So this is it, the dangerous, daring, weird or stupid spot. I am now going to ask each of my guests, including the Italian from Penge and the opera family star percussionist from South London, and Rochelle, who's been very quiet in the background there. We're going to have her involved in this. So, I need you to tell me something dangerous or daring, weird or stupid that you have done. And we're going to start... We're going to swing the mic around. We'll start with David. Because you were so elusive about the Penge connection. So...
Okay, something probably daring and stupid. But,
okay.
I was about 12.
Is this legal?
Yeah, it's...
Okay, I don't want anyone to incriminate themselves on my show.
I was about 12 and I was studying... well, long story short, I was studying to be a priest, basically, when I was a kid.
Okay.
And we were living this community thing where...
In Penge?
No, in Italy, like northwest Italy. And basically, the priest used to keep all that wines and stuff locked up.
Yeah.
So we did, actually, me and another guy just took the keys, opened the thing one night, and we just had a whole bottle of 1.5 liters of red wine between the two of us in 10 minutes. The thing is that, half an hour after, when we had to go on the altar for a function, and we both go on the altar
drunk,
drunk, and then we had to run off to puke in the chapel, So yeah.
Well, there's a bit more detail than I needed there, but there you go. But we did kind of ask for it. Did anyone realise why you ordered? Did you just say it was food poisoning?
No,
Terrible pasta.
They did realise it, but they sort of
forgave you.
Yeah,
well, because you're going to hell anyway. So.
I like that story. Yeah. I like that story. Okay, fantastic. Joe.
Hello.
Taxi Joe himself. Okay. Dangerous, daring, weird and stupid. What you got for us?
I was telling the boy about one, but I think actually I remember the time that when I was in comedy, I teabagged the devil on stage once, which was
this is Saturday morning. Can we talk about these things?
Yeah, it's fine. It's not. Well, it's not as horrific as it sounds. But basically, I was on the stage and we were singing a song. I was in a comedy boy band, and there was 3 of us on stage, and we had an audience member up, and we were singing to them. And out of nowhere, this guy dressed as the devil just shows up on stage, and I end up with my arm around him. He's in like full on sort of spandex red outfit with the horns and the beard.
How do you know it wasn't the real devil?
It might well have been.
Disguise.
Well, he didn't put up much of a fight for the devil, to be honest, because I kind of found myself sort of pushing him to the ground, because I was like, I know you think you're helping, but you're not.
Right.
And what seemed like the right thing to do at the time was to just sort of lower my groin into his face while I was on stage.
Right. Turning the music up as loudly as possible. Okay. Louis.
So the most recent thing that comes to mind, I had my stag do last year.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. In Benidorm, which I highly recommend. So it was more a peer pressure thing, and I ended up getting my nipple pierced, which plenty of people do. But it hurt a lot, and there was some blood. And
did your mates just do it, or do they get someone professional to do it?
I say professional. I looked down after it had been done, and there was just a dog sitting next to me. So that sort of summed up where I was getting it done.
Right. Okay.
It was more when I got home that it was really painful.
Did it get infected?
I think it probably was, but I couldn't get the balls off the bar, so I had to go to the piercing shop at the end of the road, which my wife took me, and she said to me before I went in, don't faint. And she's a radiographer, so she's seen a lot.
All right, okay.
And it ended up taking 2 women, one to hold the clamp, the other one to turn the bar. And looking at it, they basically said, you should never have had this done. Your nipples are way too small. And
which is not what you want to hear in that particular moment in time. No.
It was most. It made me feel really masculine. Yes. And basically, they had to go through cartilage, which is why it bled so much.
Oh no!
But
oh my god!
At the end of the bed, my poor wife was watching it, and she fainted.
Oh, and she's a radiographer.
And she's a radiographer, yeah. So she was just lying in the foyer bit while I sort of held my nipple and just tried to.
Did it recover?
Around. It did. There's still a little lump, but
okay. So it's a bit larger now. Then.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
well,
every cloud.
Yes,
every cloud.
So we're going to have a quick recap to see who the winner is. Is it going to be Taxi Joe and his devilish affair with a man dressed in red? Is it going to be David and his desire to get completely obliterated on half a litre and a half of wine with his best mate on altar duty? Or is it going to be the man with the smallest nipples in the country that had the largest piece of metal inserted through one of them just for a laugh? And I think the winner is... I'm going to have to give it to Louis. Yeah. That was just that was such a great story. You are definitely the winner of Dangerous, Daring, Weird or Stupid.
I mean, I wish I'd chosen something else to say now, but it's done. It's done.
It's too late.
It's great.